Imagine a time when doctors believed that transferring the blood of a dog into a human could cure madness. Sounds like a horror movie, right? But this actually happened. The history of blood transfusions is darker, stranger, and far more shocking than you could ever imagine. Today, we're opening the vault to explore the untold story of how blood transfusion began, with animals, experiments, and scandals, before becoming the life-saving miracle we know today. But before we dive deeper, don't forget to subscribe to Untold Vault for more hidden stories that you won't find in your school textbooks. Animal blood in human veins. In the 1600s, when modern science was still crawling, physicians had a bizarre idea. What if we could heal diseases by giving humans the blood of animals? In 1667, a French physician named Jean-Baptiste Denis transfused the blood of a lamb into a 15-year-old boy. Surprisingly, the boy survived. Encouraged, Denis tried it on others. One patient even claimed to feel calmer after receiving calf's blood, but soon, disaster struck. Another patient died shortly after the transfusion. Denis was accused of murder, and the French Parliament banned blood transfusions. This marked the beginning of blood transfusions being viewed as dangerous, taboo, and even criminal. Experiments turned deadly. Across Europe, other doctors attempted the same. In England, the Royal Society experimented with transfusing dog blood into mentally ill patients. They believed animal blood could reset the soul. But the results? Horrifying. Patients suffered fevers, violent reactions, and often death. By the late 1600s, both France and England banned all blood transfusions. For the next 150 years, transfusion disappeared from mainstream medicine. The first human-to-human transfusion. It wasn't until 1818 that British obstetrician James Blundell revived the practice. Blundell noticed many women were dying after childbirth due to blood loss. He reasoned, why not give them blood from another person? He performed the first successful human-to-human transfusion using a syringe. Out of 10 patients, only 5 survived. But even this 50% success rate was revolutionary. The biggest problem? Nobody understood blood types yet. Donors and recipients were chosen randomly, often leading to deadly mismatches. The discovery of blood groups. Enter Karl Landsteiner, an Austrian scientist. In 1901, he discovered the ABO blood group system. He realized that not all blood is the same. Mixing incompatible blood causes the body to attack itself. This breakthrough finally made transfusions predictable, safer, and practical. In fact, Landsteiner's work earned him a Nobel Prize, and every blood donation today still relies on his discovery. Storing blood, the next big challenge. Even with blood types understood, another issue remained. Blood clotted too quickly to be stored. It had to be transfused directly from donor to patient. During World War I, doctors desperately needed stored blood for wounded soldiers. Scientists discovered that adding sodium citrate prevented clotting, allowing blood to be preserved for days. This gave rise to the world's first blood banks. By World War II, stored blood saved millions of lives on battlefields. Shocking, forgotten stories. Here are some little-known stories that textbooks rarely mention. In the 1800s, some doctors believed transfusing blood could transfer personality traits. There were even rumors that receiving animal blood could make humans more like that animal. In the 1930s, Soviet Union, a controversial scientist named Alexander Bogdanov experimented with transfusions on himself. He believed a blood exchange could reverse aging. After dozens of experiments, he died from receiving the wrong type of blood. In Nazi Germany, unethical transfusion experiments were carried out on prisoners, attempting to mix animal and human blood again. Most of these experiments ended in tragedy. From horror to hope. What began as reckless and horrifying experiments with animals eventually transformed into one of the most life-saving medical practices in human history. Today, around the world, a blood transfusion happens every 2 seconds. Millions of lives are saved each year because of the painful lessons learned from centuries of failed experiments, tragic deaths, and scientific perseverance. So, the next time you hear about a simple blood transfusion in a hospital, remember? It took centuries of bizarre animal experiments, tragic mistakes, and courageous science to make it possible. This was the untold history of blood transfusions. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because here at Untold Vault, we bring you the shocking, hidden, and forgotten stories the world has overlooked.